the record button, didn't I? I did. Hey, everybody. Big E here, checking in from the King's room. So this is the car video. It's all broken up. It's really disappointing. I had a hell of a time with the camera. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I've got this nice handheld camera. It was a gift. It's a Canon. It's a great, great camera. But for some reason, sometimes when I record a video, it could be 5 minutes long, 10 minutes long, 15 minutes long. When I go to pull it off the camera, it's 0 kilobytes. It's like the file's been corrupted. It's happened several times. Not sure what's going on there. Hopefully I didn't fuck it up. I did drop it yesterday. So that could have something to do with it. Anyway, so I just want to let you know this video is going to be completely broken up because there's parts where I say I'll be right back and then it's like the next day, because I did come right back and recorded 20 minutes of me driving and talking about the car, and the battery went dead or the file was corrupted. So it's all broken up. It's not going to make much sense. I also throw in a little teeny quick video of the Camaro up here, just so you guys can hear it. This is an older picture of the Camaro. This is shortly after I got it. So this is a 1997 SS 30th Anniversary Edition Camaro. It has the SLP Performance Package. These particular Camaros came with an LS4. Basically, it's a Corvette engine in this thing. Not many of these made. I think there was 130, 140 of these. This particular Camaro was made, and I happen to have one. Now, it doesn't look this good now. The paint's, the clear coat's gone. When I bought the car, it had the stock rims on it. It did not have the dual exhaust here. These are aftermarket taillights. These are called a Zeta, I think, the taillights. And I think that's pretty much all I did. Well, I also put a different fuel door on the Camaro now, but this was back. I bought this car. When did I buy the Camaro? 2014, 2015. It was either 2015 or 2016, I think. So I've had it about 10 years. And then this is my new car over here, right over there. That's a 2015 VW e-Golf SEL Premium Hatchback Edition. Great car. I've had it for 2 days. I got it yesterday. I'm having so much fun with it already. It's absolute pleasure to drive. Kind of stylish. Night and day. This is night and day difference. This thing sounds like a dragon. So good though, right? So good. It's so loud. This, you can't even tell it's running. In fact, twice already, like I've come home and I sat in parks and just kind of getting stuff together and gotten out of the car and gone to lock it and it doesn't lock because the car's running, because there's no sound. I was like, I got to shut the car off. I'm not used to it. The Golf has heated seats, heated side view mirrors, heated front windscreen to defrost, decent sound system, navigation system, backup camera, power, everything. Comes with Sirius radio. Really cool luxury. This is like driving a stock car. The only thing that's power in that we have power steering. I have power windows. That's pretty much it. I actually think the driver's seat is power too, but no AC in this car. It does have a nitrous oxide kit, which makes it pretty fast. These were pretty fast for when they came out in 97. It wasn't amazing. The horsepower of this car today is nothing. I mean, the horsepower, the cars of today that come out, they have more horsepower at the crank than this thing does with a nitrous, 150 horsepower nitrous shot to it. But this has very low horsepower, but it has a lot of torque. Anyway, so I'm going to play the video. Enjoy. It's just me when the car came. I got it from Carvana. and just some random of me talking about it. Unfortunately, the 2 long road trips I just took it about 20 minutes out, and I was showing how the car has this recuperation, regenerative mode. When you take your foot off the accelerator, there's 3 different driving modes in this car here. There's normal, eco, and eco plus, and it's supposed to extend your range. It's all electric, no fuel. This gets about 12 miles to the gallon in the city, which is ridiculous. This, if you compared it by kilowatt hour to, if you compared the two to gasoline prices and mileage, this gets about 138 miles to the gallon, I think, something like that, like crazy. Anyway, enjoy the video. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. All right, guys, I'm in the car. There's the Carvana dude. He was so cool, this kid. I just was talking to him out here for about 10 minutes. He just bought himself a Hemi. He was showing me pictures of it. He was so cool. Like one of the best. Well, I mean, let's be honest. I've had 2 car buying experiences in my life. I bought a S10 pickup truck way back in like 93. Aside from that, this is the only other time I brought a new car like this as far as financing it. But great experience with them. The car is immaculate. They detailed it. It just looks incredible. I'm so psyched. We're going to take it for a little spin. As soon as he pulls off here, he's doing his paperwork. But yeah, all electric. So I'm used to starting my Camaro and not being able to hear anything. It sounds like a dragon, right? It's ridiculous. Here's how this starts. That's it. The car's running. It's going to take me so long to get used to this. Now, there's a message up here, and he told me they saw it before it left the shop. It's tire sensor error or something. Hold on, let me turn this off here. I guess one of the tires is a little bit low, so it's got the automatic sensor on it. He filled it up with air, but they said it could take a while to clear. But if it doesn't, they cover it for free. So anyway, so the gauge is on this thing right here. So 0 to 10, this represents the power that you're currently using, I'm pretty sure. Right now I'm parked, so we're not using any, right? This charge, or the green over here, this has what's called recuperative mode or something like that. So there's 3 driving modes in this. And if I'm using, I think Eco or Eco Plus or Eco Boost, anytime I take my foot off the accelerator when I'm driving, this is going to go into the green and it's going to show me how it's recharging itself, is what that represents. This right here is my power indication, and it's too small for me to actually see. And then the speedometer, obviously, and then this, instead of the fuel gauge, this is the power gauge, essentially. So about 3/4 of a tank. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive this up to the charging station, and I'm going to charge it up to full here, and I'll record that. So I'll be right back with you. All right. Good morning, guys. So we're going to take the car for a little drive today. Chilly morning, but here she is. It's small, compact, super fun to drive. Here's the Camaro for anybody who's never seen that beast. But let's do it. So I already recorded this. I recorded a video yesterday. About a 20-minute video. I took it for a long test drive. I went through how it operates in like the 3 driving modes. And I took it to the charging station and charged it. So we're going to go back and charge it again today if anybody's interested in how it works. But I didn't realize the charger doesn't just pull out of the car. you actually have to unlock the car and then it releases. So I was struggling to get this damn thing out and I couldn't figure out how to do it for the longest time. Finally dawned on me to press the unlock button, which I just didn't think to do. And then it came out. But when I did that, the camera fell out of my hand, this camera, and hit the ground. And I was like, oh man, like I'd screwed it up. I looked at the camera, it was actually still recording. However, when I tried to unload the video from the camera last night, it was 0 kilobytes. It had got damaged. So anyway, let me get the car started. So I just put my foot on the brake here. It's a push button, and the gauges do this really cool thing. And that's it. It's running. I don't know what that sound is. I hear that every once in a while. Hold on just a second. Let me get my windscreen put up here, or my windshade. Yeah, so I drove it a little bit yesterday. Now I still have this tire pressure monitoring system light on right here. It's that little yellow light. It's supposed to go away after a certain amount of miles, but it hasn't yet. However, sorry, I'm just getting seatbelt on and everything. If it doesn't go away, I can call them and they come out and fix it for free. But all that does is it lets you know that one of the tires or more than one tire has low air pressure. So I can actually fix it myself, but I might just have them do it just to make sure it's not something else wrong with the car. Anyway, let's get into it. Do I want to hook this up? No. So I'm going to turn my heated seats on. It's pretty cold this morning. So what I'm going to do right now, it's in normal driving range. And this has 3 modes of driving. So there's a button here. If I press mode, there's normal, eco, and eco boost. And with each one of these, I have different levels of eco, if that makes any sense. So what we're going to do is drive it in Eco Plus right now. And so what this is going to do, as I'm driving, so this gauge right here is a power gauge, 0 to 10. When I'm driving, it'll show how much power I'm currently using. Whenever I take my foot off the accelerator, it'll actually go back into this green portion, and it gives this like slight trickle of charge back into the battery. It's kind of a cool feature. It really is. Oh, let's get moving here. So it's mainly for driving in the city. I don't know why this keeps cutting on here. It's just for city driving. You know, you're really not braking that much when you're out on, when you're not on the highway or, taking your foot off the gas. This has cruise control and all that. It also has something called adaptive cruise control, which I'm interested in seeing. Because it has sensors all over the car, it'll keep a certain distance from the car ahead of me, so I don't have to keep adjusting the cruise control, which is kind of nice. So watch the gauge there. So you see how much power. It's not a lot, but as soon as I take my foot off the accelerator, you see how it goes into the green. Kind of cool. And there's 3 different modes, so I can set it to an extreme mode, and every time. So if there's 3 levels, and if I put it at level 3, if I take my foot off the accelerator, it's just like braking the car. It's like I don't even have to use the brakes. As a matter of fact, I'm not even using the brake right now. It's kind of cool, really. I didn't think I would like that feature, but it's actually quite helpful. Anyway, it's about 9 a.m. It's Thursday morning. I went to the gym this morning. It was bitter cold. It was 26 degrees Fahrenheit. I had my heated seats. It's lovely. And they heat up, like it goes from freezing to nice and warm in about 30 seconds. It's hard to beat. Caution, risk of block ice. Oh, black ice. All right, well, that's not true. So that's coming from the infotainment center over here, the weather monitoring system, I guess. We had a little snow yesterday. It was really, really windy. So I'm actually not sure how well the recording would have came out anyway, because it was so windy, the microphone probably would have sounded terrible on this. But anyway, we're going to head up to CVS. I've got to pick up my blood pressure medicine. Guess I'll get through here. Didn't know that I could. And then we're going to go for a short drive, and then I'm going to take you to the charging station and show you how it charges, how that works. It drives really well. It handles well. It's a light car, but it feels heavy. It's solidly built. You know, I'm so used to being in my Camaro where when I'm driving it, I can't even talk on the phone because it's so loud. The exhaust is so loud on it. And it's not very well insulated either, you know. Now this car, it has a decent sound system. It's not too bad. I had it up pretty loud yesterday. Not too bad at all. I think I'm going to tint the windows. Here in New Mexico, you can get it limo dark is legal because, I mean, this is the desert. So I'm going to get the side and rear windows tinted really dark. This front windshield is actually heated, which is kind of cool. So if it ices, I can just get it to defrost. The other cool thing about this car is I can set programs up. So if I had an office job, say I left my house at 7:30 every morning, I could set this car to cut on or to activate. It would heat the cab up and it would defrost the window automatically at a certain time. So when I come out to get in the car, it's all set, which is really, really awesome. All right, I'm going to go get my medicine here. And I'll be right back with you. Hang tight. Okay, got the medicine. So what I'm going to do, we're going to take it, I'm going to take it to a gas station. I don't need the gas, but I'm going to take it to the gas station and I'm going to check the tire pressure. Hopefully there's free air. Some of these things want to charge you money to use fucking air. So the tire pressure for this car is it's supposed to be 41 PSI for the back tires. So if you don't know about your tire pressure, the tire pressure on the tire isn't what you should put in the tire. That's like the max or the recommended for that tire. But the tire pressure is actually determined by the car that you're driving. And you can usually find that, well, you can find it in the manual of your car, or you can actually find it on the inside of your door, usually, if you look. So if you're filling your tires up at the station and it says 45 PSI on the tire, you might be overfilling your tire, whatever the number is. It could be 35, whatever. You should check what's recommended on the car that you drive. I didn't actually know that for a long time. So we're going to take it to the service station. I'm going to see how much air it has in it, because there is an option. If I want to get rid of this, I can actually reset through the menu of the car. I could reset this error code. But when you're doing this, if you have the tire sensor pressure, TSPM, whatever that thing is called, you need to make sure you're doing it on cold tires. It's important because the air pressure is going to be different in a warm tire. So the tire needs to be cold. So you shouldn't have driven it more than a couple of miles if you want to try to change your sensors. Anyway, let me get my camera hooked up here, if I can, to this little, does this work? Sorry about all the noise. All right, I guess that works. Hopefully you guys can see okay there. All right. Let's see if we can find a service station that doesn't charge us for air. I think there's one just right across the street here. I've got a digital meter, but it's actually in the Camaro. Let's see, we have air here. Yeah, I got air over here. And it looks like they're going to try to charge us for it, which is ridiculous. $2. Okay, well, you can suck a bag of balls. I'm not paying $2 for fucking air. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yes, I'm a cheapskate. It's just, I'm not doing it. You can get free air if you're willing to drive around a little bit. We'll head down this way. I think there's another... Well, there's a couple of service stations down here. Yeah, one thing I do not like in any car I'm driving is a service engine light on or some kind of maintenance light or check engine. It drives me crazy to have those. And like I said, they said they saw this light and they checked the air pressure. What they should have done is reset the little light here, because he told me it could stay on between 60 and 80 miles. So that's a full cycle of the battery. So what I'm going to do, I just want to see what the tire pressure is. Hopefully it's, it's like 41. There are some cars where you'll have different air pressure, your front tires and back tires. But I don't think many vehicles are like that. If you have different sized tires, that could be a thing, but this car is recommended 41 PSI front and back. Actually, I tell you what, I've got a digital gauge. I'll go to the house because I've got a digital gauge in the Camaro. I'll just grab it and I can quickly tell what the pressure is. And I'll actually pull that digital gauge over to here. Boy, that car sounds great, buddy. I don't know, man. The cars with like the fart pipes, I don't get. The noise of it just doesn't sound good to me. I know it's a thing, but it's just not my thing. It just sounds like a weed eater or like a lawnmower or a mini bike or something. Every time I hear those, it's usually a Honda. It's got the exhaust tip that makes the exhaust sound stupid. I'm an old guy. I like the classic muscle car sound. I like the sound of an actual exhaust. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here in Silver City. And we're actually gonna go up that way to take this thing for another test drive here. So this car, it doesn't have much horsepower, but it has a lot of torque. So it's really snappy. It takes off really quickly. It doesn't have top end, but there's a saying, horsepower sells cars, torque wins races. That's an old saying, and it's pretty true. But apparently this car does have a problem on wet or slick surfaces. The front tires can spin and apparently you don't even have to really give it that much gas. So it's pretty light in the front end compared to what this would normally be with an actual engine. The main battery of this car that runs the engine, I think weighs upwards of 800 pounds. Now there's also a regular car battery up here where the engine would be. That's where the electric motor is, by the way, but there's a regular car battery that's used to, like for lights and wipers and things like that, to save from the main battery. Extends the life of the car. Yeah, let me grab this sensor here. I'm just going to pull right. So here's the Camaro. I've got the hole in the hood below the air scoop there, which I'm hopefully going to fix soon. But I had to cut that hole in the hood so I could open it because the cable snapped. All right. All right, guys, I will be right back with you. Okay, so I'm just tacking this on at the end, so it just doesn't end like that. So I did reset the tire pressure sensor, whatever, the TPSM, whatever, I can never remember the acronym for that thing. So what I did, the tire pressure in all four tires were exactly where they're supposed to be, 41 PSI. So, and they were cold tires, so that's perfect. So what I did is I just went into the menu system of the car and I reset that light. I reset the sensor, basically letting it know this is the pressure that I want you to monitor. This is where it's supposed to be, and now the light doesn't come on. So if I had called them, because they said to call them if the light didn't go off after a certain amount of time, they would have done the exact same thing. So anyway, that's all taken care of. So I haven't gotten a charging video yet because I keep having trouble with the camera. I might just use my cell phone. I'm not sure, but if for anybody interested, I did charge it full today. It was about 50% range, and I took it up there. But unfortunately, the video was 0 kilobytes after 16 or 17 minutes of recording. I don't know what's going on there with the camera, but I'll see if I can figure it out. But for anybody interested, I will, the next time I charge this, I'll just do a quick little video for anybody curious to how it charges. On the other side of the car here, where the fuel door would normally be, there's just a plug. It's a special type of this large plug, and it charges the internal battery in the car. But anyway, not sure if this is for everybody, but I hope you enjoyed it if you're into car stuff. There's going to be a lot more coming. I am going to continue to work on the Camaro because I love this car, despite all the stress I've had from it, all the money I've put into it. There's a hole in the hood that I've got to repair. I'm going to do an oil change on it, replace the oil filter. There's an EGR valve that I'm going to be replacing. The transmission, I mean, I'm not going to mess with this anytime soon, the transmission, but I'm going to try to get a quote to see what it would cost to get it fixed. Because now that I have this can just be every once in a while, every, other weekend or something. If I just want to cruise, look cool, at least I can drive it. The other option is sell it as it is, see what I can get for it, or continue to put a little money into it and get even more back, sell it for a pretty penny because it is a rare car. But anyway, that's it for now. Love you guys. Take care. See you later, alligator. Peace.